Okay, are we up and running? Yes, we are up and running. Okay, good evening, YouTube. I should probably say good morning, YouTube. I believe it's probably around 1 o'clock in the morning right now. It really is. It's probably 1 o'clock in the morning right now. And I'm making this video because you know what? Some things just stays on my mind. They really do. Some things stays on my mind, and one thing that stays on my mind is being is how do I say this? One thing that stays on my mind is being bullied. Being bullied. Whether somebody is bullying me, whether somebody else is being bullied, but being bullied is one of those things that I hate. I hate. I hate so bad. I hate it so bad. I mean, of course, nobody wants to be bullied. Of course, don't nobody want to be bullied. But yeah, being bullied is one of those things that I hate. And let me tell you something. I believe, I believe the first time I was bullied, it was the first time that, and I didn't even know, I didn't know I was bullied. I believe, my grandma told me that I was being bullied, and I believe this is in second grade. This was in second grade. This is in second grade, and yeah. And like I said, I've been bullied plenty of times after. It's not funny, but I've been bullied plenty of times after that. And let me tell you something. I've been bullied so many times to where the fact I'm just used to it. Just go ahead and just bully me. Just go ahead and just bully me and just get it on out the way. But yeah, and let me tell you something. One thing that I think and one thing that I feel is that sometimes, for the most part, it's not being bullied hurts me, and I'm sure it hurts anybody else, whoever else that is being bullied. But but what hurts more than that? Because from my perspective, what hurts more than being bullied is because for the most part, when somebody's being bullied, I believe, uh, I believe. Okay, how do I say this? When it's not the bullying. It's not the bullier that frustrates me. It's the crowd. It's the crowd and the individuals that's just standing around watching it. That hurts me the most. When people stand around and watch a person just get bullied and picked on day in and day out. I don't even think about it too much because I could never in my life just watch a person get bullied and beat on and beat on and kicked on and kicked on. And I'm just standing around not doing nothing about it. I'm actually being entertained by it. You understand? I don't get that to save my life. I really don't. I really don't. That part frustrates me the most is the crowd that's just watching it, not doing nothing about it. Now, I'll tell you this here. The first time that I did get bullied in second grade, like I said, at school, by the way, I have to go into details about this. I have to. I hate that I have to go into details about this. But and I hate that I feel like I want to pour me a drink. I hate that I feel like I want to pour me a drink because I do want to pour me a drink and I'm going to. So yeah. So what happened was that I was bullied in second grade, and my grandmother, she worked at my school, by the way. My grandmother, she worked at my school, by the way. And when I told my grandmother, sorry, everything happened. When I told my grandmother what happened, she came in my class. She came in my class probably the next day. Most likely it was the next day. She came in my class the next day and she said to me in an entire class, she said to me, and I think it just so happened this day. I don't know if the bullier, I think that's what you want to call that person, the person who's doing the bullying. I don't know if he was in my class or if he was in another class. Because you know how when you're at school, when you have recess or something, everybody goes outside, the whole, all the classes or whatever. So my grandmother came in the class, and I know, and like I said, this happened years and years and years ago. So I know it was to something to the effect of something like, if anybody bully you, talking to me and talking to everybody else, and she told the whole class, she said, if anybody bully you, don't nobody stand around and watch you get bullied. She said, don't nobody stand around and watch nobody get bullied. She said, every single person in this class, y'all jump on that bully. Y'all beat up that bully. She said, it's 18 of y'all. She said, it's 20 of y'all against one person. 20 of y'all against, and that made me feel so good. It really did. And I'm about to name names and everything else. She said, and talking about my grandmother, by the way, she said, don't nobody stand around and watch nobody get bullied. She said, it's 20 of y'all students in here. Y'all need to jump on that bully. That bully is not going to beat up all of y'all. Y'all need to beat that bully up. And when she said that to us, I guess it struck a chord in me. I guess that's what people say. I guess that's what people say. But when she said that to me, I pretty much expected that expected the same reaction, especially when you get older anyway. When you get older in age, I expected the same reaction, or I expected for people to have the same mentality or have that reaction, that will, defeat the bully or will help diffuse the situation. And let me tell you something. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true at all. Like, for an example, I'm just gonna go. I probably will name all my examples, and I probably will say this over and over and over again. my last time that I feel like I was bullied, I feel like I was bullied at work. And this here happened probably about like 2 weeks ago. This here happened 2 weeks ago. I'm not gonna go into the long extended story. And like I said, and like everybody know, it's plenty of sides to a story. You have my side, then you got they side, and whoever else side. But the way, and let me tell you this, I'm the one who is being bullied. Shit, God damn it, I'm the one who is being goddamn bullied. So I'm gonna tell you my side of the story. So I'm at work, and so a coworker came up to me, and I had already thought about how I would react to this coworker. The next time that I saw him, and I'm gonna tell you, like I said, I'm gonna name names because it's the damn truth. It's my damn truth, and why? It's if it's my truth, it's my damn truth. Okay, so this one co-worker to me by the his and by the way, his name is O. Whatever, I don't give a damn. His name is O, and he came up to me and he said, "I hate to. I'm not gonna." Like I said, he said he came up to me, and like I said, I'm already working. I'm already doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm already doing. I'm on the clock. Like I said, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and so. And so he comes up to me, and he said he tried to give me he tried to fist pump me, fist dap me. You know how you fist dap somebody. And I didn't want to touch him. I said, I don't want to touch you. I said, I don't want to touch you. Good morning. And I walked away. But when I walked away, I walked myself into a corner, and I just stood there. I didn't think anything of it, because I didn't think it was going to get worse. But when I walked away into a corner, and I just stood there, and I said, I don't want to touch you. But when I said that, then that's when this co-worker by the name of O, he starts talking out loud because he got his crowd. So you got Jasmine right there working. It's the truth. It's just the damn truth of the damn reality. You got Jasmine right there working. And then you got this other person. His name is Emmanuel. He's over there working. And I want to say Lance is over there, but I want to say Lance had left already. But at the end of the day, you still got two people right there that seen him come in, and that seen O come in and try to fist dap me. And I said, I don't know what that mean, man. Like I said, I haven't been on YouTube for a long time, man. I actually forgot. I never really knew how to YouTube for to begin with. But I'm like, damn, how do you start recording? I said, how do you record yourself? I said, how do you record yourself? So, but yeah, man. And so, like I said, and they was there. They was there, and they heard it all. I said, I don't want to touch you. Good morning. And I walked away. And when I walked away, I walked myself into a corner. And so what happened? His crowd was Jasmine and Emmanuel. Hey man, don't you? I think I said, and I probably said, leave me alone. I think I said, and leave me alone or something like that. And his crowd was Jasmine and Emmanuel, by the way, because they back there, because we was back there working first. It was the three of us. O came in there later, and he ain't even do too much of shit. He came back there starting bullshit. That's exactly what he did. He came back there, he started bullshit. And so his response was, his response was, Hey man, y'all see that Trail? He don't even want to dap me up. Trail don't even want to dap me up. Oh my God, he kept saying it over and over and over again like a damn 6 years old, like a damn kid. It was so embarrassing to even hear it. I said, and then when he, and then I probably said something like, and then I repeated myself. I said, I don't want to touch you. And I said good morning. And then I think I said, and leave me alone. That's crazy. You shouldn't have to tell nobody to leave you alone 2 damn times. You understand what I'm saying? You know what? Leave me alone means leave me the fuck alone. You shouldn't have to say that shit 2 damn times to nobody. Okay? So he's still talking to the crowd now at this point. He's still talking to the crowd. You see, that Trail don't even want to dap me up. Trail don't even want to dap me up. And so I think after that, man, I'm trying to remember. I think after that, then the supervisor comes over there, and listen. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And let me tell you this. Like I said, this is at work. And when I'm at work, I wear a hat on my head like this. You see how you can't see my eyes and you can't see my face? Because that means I don't want you to look at me, and I don't fucking goddamn want to fucking look at you. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? That means leave me the fuck alone. You understand what I'm saying? That means how much I'm interested in you. The same way you can see me is the same way I want to see you. That means I don't want to deal with you. So, after that, the supervisor comes over there. The supervisor, his name is Remo, by the way. I don't give a damn if this is the truth. This is the goddamn truth. So Remo comes over there. And by this point, they laughing and poking and laughing at me. Oh my God. Like I said, I've been bullied my whole life. You understand what I'm saying? So a person knows when they're being bullied. You understand what? If it's three and four people pointing at you, pointing at you, laughing at you, and you not laughing with them, that means they poking fun at you. So I vocally, and oh my God, that makes it even worse because I shouldn't even have to say this because the supervisor back there at this time. So I shouldn't have even had to say, okay, so now y'all laughing at me. I'm not being laughed with. I'm being laughed at. So I said, okay, so now y'all, oh my God. I said, okay, so now y'all laughing at me. And that's exactly what I said. And that's exactly what I said. And so they, and this my supervisor, by the damn way. That right there goes to let you know how mature my supervisor is. So my supervisor comes back there along with the bullier, poking at me. So I said, so now y'all bullying me. So when I then got louder, my supervisor tells me, okay, Dartrell, go ahead and go home for the day. Go ahead and go home for the day. So I'm saying to him, so when he said that, then that's when I walked from that corner. You remember I told you guys I walked into a corner by mistake? So then that's when I walked out the corner and he told me to go home. So I'm saying to myself, okay, well then fine, I'll just go home. But I'm also saying to myself, why the fuck am I going home when I was back there doing exactly what the fuck I was supposed to be doing? And then B, I was here on time. So I was already doing everything I was supposed to be doing, and then 3, why the hell am I going home when I'm not even causing no bullshit with nobody? Oh my God, it was so hurtful. It's almost kind of hurtful now for me to think about it. I don't want to give too much emotion to that. But what I do want to put thought into, what I do what I do want to put thought into is that I understand you at work, I understand people at work, but what I do want to put thought into is that, wait a minute, so that happened. Yeah, so that happened. Like I said, and that happened on a Friday. I mean, if that's the truth, it's the truth. That happened on a Friday. So the next following week, the next following week, I get there, at work, when you first see somebody, whatever, good morning, good morning, good morning. So so Jasmine, so Jasmine, she says good morning to. I didn't even say anything to her. It was hard for me to even say anything to her because I'm like, damn girl. I'm like, damn girl, you just watched this person bully me, and you didn't open up your mouth and didn't say shit. You didn't open up your mouth and say, hey, Dontrell said, leave him alone. So leave him the fuck alone. She didn't say shit. I don't understand how people could. I don't understand how people could say. I don't understand how people could watch somebody get bullied and don't say nothing and don't do nothing. And the crazy thing, and let me tell you the time of days we in now. We in a time of days to where people are self, and damn everybody damn else. You understand what I'm saying? Because in my mind, in my perspective, I feel like they on the clock. They on the clock. As long as they on the clock and as long as they making a money per hourly. My damn God. And then we ain't even making that goddamn much money from the damn begin with. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like they feel like well, as long as I'm on the clock, I'm gonna give my hours. And if O decides to punch Dontrell in his face, I'm just gonna watch him punch him in his face. I don't want him to be involved in it. Beat him up into a damn pulp. I don't want to be involved in it. Because I want to make my little damn near $30 damn a damn day. Or $40 damn a damn goddamn day. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. When somebody is being bullied and picked on, it sticks with them. When somebody is being bullied and picked on, it sticks with them. And it stays with them and it don't go nowhere. Because it's hurt. It's hurt. And next time they feel that hurt, they know exactly where that hurt is coming from. Just like how I knew he was bullying me. Just like how I knew he was bullying me. Let me tell you something. If somebody tells them to leave them alone, that's exactly what the fuck that means. That means leave them the fuck alone. You understand what I'm saying? But no, he still wanna make jokes about it. Oh, he wanna dap me up. No, he wanna dap me up. You understand what I'm saying? But why you pointing at me? pointing at me. And then I'll tell you you still say my name. Oh, Dontrell don't wanna dap me up. Pointing at me. Dontrell don't wanna dap me up. Why you got Emmanuel and Jasmine standing there not doing nothing about it? I understand. Like I said, I understand you on the time clock and you want to make your money or whatever, but god damn it, you don't want to see your children get bullied. You don't want to see your children get bullied. You don't want to see your relatives get bullied. My damn ass about to fall on me. Hold on. God damn it. You know, it, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. It just fell on me too. Oh well, that's what happens when you smoke cigarettes. So that's it. Yeah, there's a little cigarette ass right there on me. So anyway, so like what I was saying, yes, that hurts. That hurts the most. And then like I said, the following Monday, she turns around and she says, good morning to me. What type of goddamn good damn morning? It's probably good morning to you. Because wasn't nobody picking on you. Of course it's a good morning to you because you made your money that day. Exactly what you wanted to do. But I was left with pain and hurt and knowing that I was being bullied again. You understand what I'm saying? And nobody wanted to speak up and say nothing about it. That hurts. That hurts worse than the person that's bullying you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I will never stand around. And then it's to the point to where, and then it's to the point to where you can bully me, but if I see somebody else being mistreated and being bullied, I have to step in and say something. I have to step in and say something. I have to do something about it. I don't care if I'm going to come out on a losing situation or not. As long as I tried to prevent, or as long as I tried to diffuse, or as long as I tried to, and then sometimes, and sometimes, I have heard stories about, an innocent bystander tried to help or whatever, you know, and they probably got shot or whoever. I mean, I get that and all, but at the same time, man, I can't stand around and watch nobody get bullied. And let me tell you something. And let me tell you something. And that's what I told, Emmanuel. That was the conversation I had with Emmanuel. I talked to Emmanuel and I said, Emmanuel, I don't understand how you can sit there. I said, Emmanuel, I don't understand how you can stand, and man, you got children. I said, Emmanuel, you got children. So you just gonna watch your children get bullied and don't do nothing about it? And it's not even about children, your relatives. Okay, it's the same difference. I'm still a human being, just like the next person. But you chose, and Jasmine chose to just stand around and not do nothing or say nothing about it. You heard me tell old leave me the fuck alone, and Jasmine heard me tell old to leave me the fuck alone. Y'all both heard me say I don't want to touch you. Good morning, and leave me. You understand what I'm saying? If you hear that, if that's what you heard. That's what you heard, and a person needs to abide by that. And I don't understand how people could just watch somebody get bullied. That's hurtful. That hurts me more than a bullier. It does. It does. And then turn around and speak to the person 2 days later or a day later. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Andre. Are you doing all right? Hell no, I'm not doing okay. And I definitely really don't want to speak to you, because you just watch me get beat up. You watch me get beat up. This fool right here punched and decked me in the face, and for no reason. For no fucking reason. And you just sit up there and watch me, and all of a sudden you want to tell me you want to say to me, have a casual good fucking goddamn morning. Fuck that shit, and fuck you too, motherfuckers. Fuck the both of y'all. That's exactly how I feel. Fuck the both of y'all for not trying to defuse and not trying to step in and say, hey, oh, didn't you hear him say, leave me alone? Okay, but then leave him alone. Leave him the fuck alone. That's it. Leave him the fuck alone. And like what I say, that's just the reason. That's just the reason. And the only reason why I'm saying, and the only reason why I'm saying, and like what I said, it probably, the story is not as detailed. The story is not as detailed. But I gave you guys enough details. When somebody say leave him alone, leave him alone, and and then the bullier, and then the damn supervisor comes over there pointing at me after I just got being bullied. So now y'all not even laughing with me. I'm being laughed at. That's bullying. That's bullish fucking goddamn behavior. And people see it and stand around and don't do nothing about it. That's hurtful. That's hurtful, and that's tacky and trashy. behavior to me is to simply don't say nothing a goddamn about it. You know, don't say nothing a goddamn about it. I'm not saying you have to say something to O, but goddamn, when the supervisor came over there, they didn't even say anything to the supervisor. They didn't even say, oh, well, O came back there fucking with Dontrell first. Dontrell's back there. I'm the one who had to leave. I'm the one who missed out on my little $40 for that day because I was being bullied. You know, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's tacky. And that's trashy. That makes me really don't even want to speak to them people. It really does. That makes me don't even want to say good morning to them because I don't give a fuck about you. You didn't give a fuck about me when I was being bullied. So why the fuck you want to speak to me 2 damn days later? Oh, good morning. You want to say you only? And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When a person says, "Oh, good morning, you doing okay?" That means they want to show some type of, you understand what I'm saying, to you. You understand what I'm saying? If you didn't give a fuck about me being bullied, why the fuck do you give a fuck about me now? That's nasty. It is. That's nasty. I hate it so bad. I hate that so bad. So yeah, I definitely wanted to say that. And I think my next videos, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm going to talk about that because I really want to stress that out. I really want to stress that out. And let me tell you something. If I end up dying because of that, it is what it is. But I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going I'm not going to watch nobody get bullied. I'm not. I'm not going to watch nobody get bullied, and I'm not going to egg it on, and I'm not gonna walk away from it. You know, if I see it, I'm gonna say something about it. I'm gonna say, hey, didn't that person say leave him alone? Then you probably should leave him alone. You understand what I'm saying? Oh my God, that's it. That's the only thing. Hey, oh, didn't he say leave him alone? Okay, but then why aren't you doing it? You know, why aren't you doing it? You know? So damn, I wish I had an ashtray in here and I don't even have no ashtray. And that's crazy. Who smokes cigarettes and don't have no ashtray? And that's where all my cigarettes go. All my cigarettes go anywhere. No, my cigarette ashes go anywhere. I put my cigarette on anything. It's terrible. But like I said, yeah, man, I hate that. I hate that so bad. I really do. Hold on just 1 second. I'm about to put my phone down real fast. Okay, so I had to put my cigarette out. I'm about to light up another one. I had to put my cigarette out and I'm about to light up another one. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. I hate that. I hate that so bad. And like I said, that's just one of the times that I was bullied and people just sat around and didn't do anything about it. That's just one of the stories. And so I didn't know this story was going to take 30 minutes either. But I can easily tell you another time. Another time I felt like I was being, oh my God, another time I felt like I was being bullied. Yeah. This time right here, I felt like I was being bullied when I was working I was working at the airport. I was working at the airport and I'm telling you the names. I don't give a damn. I'm telling names. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know, that's me. I'm a truth teller. I tell you the truth. You know, and I tell you the way that I see it. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't like it, you just don't fucking like it. You just don't fucking like it. And I do realize now that I do realize now that sometimes people are not going to have the closure that they want. No, people are not going to have the closure that they want, you know. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. So let me tell you this here. So there was this one time I was working at the airport. I was working for AirServe, by the way. I was working at Air Serv, by the way, and so it was this girl named Uniqua. It was this girl named Uniqua, and it was this lady by the name of Tijuana, by the way, and they both from Georgia. I hate to say that, but they both from Georgia. And so what ended up happening was that like I said, I was working at the airport. We were cleaning airplanes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so what happened was that I was like a janitor, airplane cleaner or whatever. And so before we made it to the airplane, we used to ride in this truck. We had to ride in the truck, where all the supplies and everything is at. And so what happened is that like what I said, yeah, what happened was that I think what happened was that I'm on a truck. I'm on a truck with Uniqua, and I'm on a truck with Tijuana, and it was somebody else. I don't know who this person was, but I knew that it was my turn. It was my turn to got the truck back to the airplane, so we could get off the truck and go on the airplane. And so when I got off the airplane, dang, I've dumped a little bit already. Shit, I didn't know I was gonna need more. Mm. So next, okay. So um so yeah, it was my turn to get off the truck and got the airplane back. And so when I had to got the airplane back, I think it was the way I was sitting down. I had my phone, your cell phone. I had my phone in my back pocket. I had my phone in my back pocket. And I think I was probably sitting down like on the floor. And you know how you sit down on the floor or something, and then you know how your knees go up. And I think what happened was that my phone, it slid out my back pocket when I got up. I don't know how my phone did that, but my phone is slid out of my back pocket when I got up, and I bagged the plane back. And so I was feeling around for my phone. I said, damn, where my phone there? Where my phone there? I said, oh my God, because periodically throughout the day, I feel around my phone to make sure, okay, that's my keys right there. That's my phone right there. Make sure, I got my stuff with me. And so when I didn't feel my phone, I said, damn, where my phone at? And so I said, oh, okay, so my phone probably in a truck. So when I got back on the truck, 'cause I had to get the plane back. When I got back on the truck, look for my phone wasn't there. I said, damn, where my phone at? I said, I can't believe my phone. I said, I thought I had my phone with me. I said, damn, where my phone at? And so I'm looking around on the truck, because I had to vacuum the airplane. So I'm looking around on the truck. And so I didn't find my phone. I'm like, damn, where is my phone at? So let me get some more of this vodka. Mm. So where my phone at or whatever. So I didn't find my phone. I never found my phone on the truck. So I said, damn, where my phone at? Where's my phone? So then I end up asking my co-workers, which was Uniqua. Exactly what her name was, Uniqua. I said, Uniqua Tijuana, y'all seen my phone? No, I haven't seen your phone. No, I didn't see your phone. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't know where I lost. I don't know how I lost my phone. And so, like I said, I took their word for it. I kind of took their word for it. Part of me took their word for it. Part of me didn't. So by this point, we on the airplane. Oh, let me get some more drink. By this point, we on the airplane. And so we on the airplane cleaning. Oh, where's my damn Where am I? Oh yeah, right here. So we on an airplane clean. Well, I'm on an airplane. I'm on an airplane vacuuming the airplane, and then I look up and I see Tijuana and Uniqua. They weren't even doing no work. They weren't even doing anything. They was sitting down on the airplane. And what I did see, they were sitting down on the airplane and they was looking like they was going through a phone. You know how you have your phone up in the other person, looking at it or whatever. And just a scrolling through it or whatever, trying to figure out. So by this point, I'm saying, well, dang, they said, they ain't seen my phone, but a part of me said they got my phone. That's exactly what I said. And that's so hurtful. That's so hurtful. Because I asked them did they have my phone and they lied and they told me no. So like I said, a part of me said they got my phone. So I'm doing my work because I want to do my work. That's what you do at work. You have to do your work. If you don't do your work, then whatever. So I said they got my damn phone and they not telling me nothing about it. But at the same time, they told me that they didn't have my phone. And so this is bullying. And let me tell you something. A person don't always have to be physical with somebody to be bullied, So I just want to let each and every person that's watching this video and whatever, let whoever know, you don't always have to physically beat somebody up or put your hands on somebody in order for them to be bullied, So they just are scrolling through the phone. I'm vacuuming the airplane. You got the 1 hour or whatever. I'm vacuuming the airplane, but I'm still looking up and seeing them scrolling through the phone. And so I believe we end up getting done with one airplane. And so we get back on the truck. I'm still looking for my phone or whatever. We end up going to a whole nother airplane to clean that airplane. So we end up, like I said, I was doing the vacuuming part or whatever, whoop-de-whoop. And like I said, and it probably took a good 30 minutes, probably to 45 minutes, to really clean the airplane in detail. Maybe it probably wasn't even that long. I probably want to say probably around 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. So, and so, the second airplane, when we got done with the second airplane, I want to say I walked. We were like, we got done with the airplane, and so then that's when Uniqua. That's when Uniqua came up to me, and then she says to me, here you go, Dontre. Here's your phone. Then she gave me my phone. So when she gave me my phone, don't you know I was so enraged when she gave me my phone, because she really had my phone all along. You understand what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. This girl had a whole husband or a whole boyfriend, and talk about Uniqua, by the way. This girl had a whole husband or a boyfriend, and she had children and everything else. And then, like I said, this is the second airplane. So in order for this to be the second airplane, we done had to get back on the truck, go drive, and go to a whole nother airplane. You understand what I'm saying? And clean up that airplane. And then she decides to say, well, Dontre, here's your phone. And when she said, here's your phone, don't you know I wanted to back slap the shit out that motherfucking bitch? I wanted to slap her ass. I wanted to punch that bitch dead in her face, because I'm like, damn, bitch, I asked your punk bitch fat ass, did you have my phone? And you and Tijuana, she was a little bit older in age, which made the situation even worse, because I expected her to act her fucking age and say, hey, Uniqua, that's his phone. Give him his phone. Did she do that? No, she didn't do it. No, she didn't do that. That means she was sitting there scrolling through my phone with Uniqua. You understand what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden she want to give me my damn phone back. When she did, that hurt me to the core. It did. That hurt me. That hurt me to the core because that hurt me to the core because of the fact that, first of all, my phone had a lock on it. You know how and like I said, this was years ago, and and everybody know, some people that's really technology savvy, they know how to hack into shit. They know how to get around this shit. It's no different from a damn, it's no different from a lock. Some people know how to hack into it. And so I don't know how she hacked into it, but she hacked into it. Keep in mind, we already done cleaned 2 planes. She already had a whole 30, 45 minutes to get my phone back. Not only that, we went to a whole nother plane, was a whole nother 35, 40 minutes. So she didn't give me my phone back until probably about like a whole 2 or 3 hours later. She scrolled through my phone, hacked into it, looked at all my personal business, looked at all my little pictures and everything else. I said, oh my God. And let me tell you something. Oh my God. And let me tell you something. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. In a way, I said, well, dang, geez, I was really kind of taken back because I never thought of myself to be a person that nobody was never really interested in me in no type of way, and I'm already used to it. I'm already accustomed to that. But when she took the time out of her schedule, took the time out of doing everything that she was supposed to be doing, not even that, she took the time. She took the time out of, oh, I'm wondering if my children okay. I'm wondering if she had a boyfriend or whatever. I'm wondering if her boyfriend and her husband's doing okay. No, she didn't do that. She hacked into my phone and just scrolled through it and just looked through it and just scrolled through it. I said, wow, so I must be some type of important for her to do something like that. And that's how I felt initially. Let me dump this ass outside for that fall on me. So, like I said, when she did that to me, like I said, I was kind of taken back. And at the same time, I wanted to punch her in her face. So I wanted to punch that whore in her face so damn bad at the airport. But I said, dang, if I do that to this girl at the airport, I could be leaving in handcuffs. I wanted to snatch her bag off her shoulder and just run through the whole, and this is Harts, I don't know what it's called now, but it was Hartsfield Airport at the time. I wanted to just run through the concourse and just throw her bag, whoever got it, just whoever damn got it. That's what I wanted to do. But I said, I'll probably be walking out of here in handcuffs. But my damn God, that girl didn't have to damn pick up my damn phone and go through it. She could have just picked up my phone. And when I got back on the truck, initially, just give me my phone back. She lied to me, to my face. And also Tijuana, by the way. And like I said, this is years ago. And at this specific time, Tijuana, she probably at the age of 55 years old, 50 goddamn something years old. She going along with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. And it's still embarrassing. It's still embarrassing to me because they really took a lot of energy to go through my personal that's no difference than somebody stealing your damn car and saying, okay, well, now that I had a joyride in your shit, I'm gonna come back and give it to you. You want to say, oh my God, what type of robber robs a person's car take that car for a joyride, and then when they get done robbing it, go park it back in the parking lot where they got it from, and then put the keys on on top of the car, and then just walk away. You know, who does that? Like who really does that? That really hurt my heart to the core that they did that. It really did. That hurt my heart to the core, and it really did. And let me tell you something. All of that flashed before my eyes. All of that bullshit flashed before my eyes because and you remember how I said they both from Georgia. And let me tell y'all something out there about these Georgia folks. I hate to say it like that. But let me tell y'all something about these Georgia folks. They stick together. Let me tell y'all something. Georgia folks that's born and raised in Georgia, they stick together like some Mexicans. They do. You know how all Mexicans, it'd be five, it'd be eight of them riding in the car together. It'd be eight deep in the car. We really supposed to have probably about like five people in your car. It'd be eight of them deep in the car. It'd be 10 of them in a little minivan, and they all live together. That's exactly how most people, anyway. Not everybody, but most people. That's exactly how a lot of people that's born and raised in Georgia, that's how they operate. They stick together no matter what. So, now that I done said that, it's the damn fucking truth. And if it's not the truth, that's just how I perceive it. So, I took me a big one, a nice little gulp that time. Some peach vodka, by the way. Straight, by the way, too. So anyway, I wanted to retaliate. I did. I wanted to retaliate. I just told y'all what I wanted to do. And I said, you know what, Dontrell, don't do that because you're not from Georgia. And most of the people up there that worked at AirServe, born and raised in Georgia. So I said, Dontrell, it don't matter what you do, ain't nobody gonna see it your way. And that's hurtful. That's so 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 hurtful. Because I asked Tijuana. I asked Tijuana. I said, Tijuana, she got my phone. Oh my God. And when I asked Tijuana, do she got my phone? And she said, she ran. She had Unique's back to the fullest. She did. She had Unique's back to the fullest. Yeah. She had Unique's back to the fullest. And that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart so bad because I couldn't do nothing about it. Why? Because I'm a male. And another reason why I'm not from Georgia. And another reason why, if you do something to a female, then that means you already looked at it as the one in the wrong. You already looked at as the one in the wrong. And that right there is even more hurtful. I'm glad I thought about all that stuff because I wanted to do something, but I said, dang, I can't do nothing because no matter what I'm do, no matter what I do, I'm gonna be looked at as the one in the wrong. When they took my phone and they hacked into my phone, that's crazy. And I gave both of them opportunity to get my phone back. I'm looking for my phone high and low in the truck and everything. Oh my God, she didn't. sh they took my phone and they hacked into it, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I still don't like it because like I said, this here happened well over 10 years ago, and I'm talking about it like it happened last week. That was very hurtful. That was very, very hurtful. And then later on, not even the next day, not even a whole week. It was probably about like a whole month after that. Then Tijuana say, then Tijuana says, Yeah, I'm sorry that she did that. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that Uniqua did that. I'm sorry that this and I'm sorry that that. Then she want to tell me all her fucking goddamn sorries and shit. I don't want to hear that shit coming from you now. You cow, you fucking whore, you. You think I want to hear that bullshit now? When you have all the opportunity to do the right thing and you just simply didn't. Now, let me tell you something. If I wanted to backslap the both of them, then I would have been the one in the wrong. You understand what I'm saying? But she had all the opportunity to get my phone back and just tell me the truth. And she just didn't want to do it because she just didn't want to goddamn do it. That was hurtful. It was just damn hurtful. And then, sorry about that. And then after probably about like a whole month later, then she want to apologize about it and so forth and so forth. And I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. And that's a whole nother form of bullying. Cause Tijuana had every opportunity to 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 do the right thing and she didn't. I didn't feel what I wanted to feel from this cigarette for some reason. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. I did that time. And it's down to the filter now. So let me let this out. So yeah, I didn't like it. Sorry about that. No, 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 no. Sorry about that. No, 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 no. Sorry about that. So like I said, I didn't like it at all. But I'm telling you guys, I'm putting this out there. I'm putting it out there. Like I told one of my leads at work, I will never let nobody bully me again and get away with it. I'm not. And I'm not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be nice and kind about it. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about it. And that's in any situation. That's in any situation. I'm not gonna let nobody just do whatever they want to do and just just treat me like I'm this and you ha 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 and then just move forward like everything's okay. No, fuck no, everything's not okay. Freaking no, everything's not okay, and I'm gonna do something about it, and that's it. So I really want to stress to eat. By the way, this here is the Dontrell station, the Dontrell channel. Please subscribe. That's Dontrel. That's Dontrel. And ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, that is one L, not two L. That's one L. One. Like I said, that's one L. So I didn't mean to make this video here a whole hour long. I got some more bullying stories too, which is terrible, which is not good. Where I perceive, and okay. Yeah, and please subscribe. Please subscribe because I feel like the for right now, I believe that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this time when I was working at Home Depot. I think, and like I said, this was a long time ago, and I came out on the damn wrong. I lost out on that situation. I lost out on that situation too. Um, I see. It was this girl by the I forgot that lady's name. It was this. It was the I used to work with this girl named Tiffany at Home Depot, and I worked with another lady by the way. And so and so uh and what happened at Home Depot warehouse, by the way, it was this feminine guy, real feminine guy, whatever. And we was all working or whatever. Yeah, we was all work. Well, yeah, we was kind of working or whatever. And the guy walked by, or maybe he was feminine. I don't know what. I don't know what it was, but they was pointing at him. And I'm not even him, you know? I'm not even him. And I still felt, and the thing was that he didn't know it because he was walking away from them. He wasn't walking away from them. He was just in passing walking away. So when they was pointing at him and laughing at him, they was really pointing and laughing at him while he had his back turned. You see him? He. You see him? You know. And when I seen it, I didn't like it. Cause I said they kind of bullying him, you know. It they was bullying him, you know. Like I said, he didn't know it, you know, cause he had his back turned, and you know they probably heard. They, you know, people hear stuff too, you know. Some people could put two and two together. Some people could put two. Sorry about that. Some people could put two and two together, you know. So he probably heard it, but I saw it. And when I saw it, that's kind of when my guard went up towards them, you know? And so every since the, and like I said, Tiffany, she was already poking with me anyway. She was bullying me on the slide anyway. But oh my God, the and I never could respond. Well, at the time, I didn't really know how to respond to it because everything was subliminal. You know, everything was subliminal. It wasn't really direct. You know, it was like chatter out. You know how you talk about somebody while they're standing right there, you know, but uh don't say their name, but at the same time, you know when you being talked about, and you know, and sometimes, and at that time, in 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 life, some people really don't know how to respond to something unless it's direct, you know. She never really said, "Hey, Dontrell," or whatever. Sometimes she did. It was rare occasions she did, but for the most part, I always heard it, and I didn't really know how to defend it. I could only just deal with it, and I felt like that was very hurtful as well. And another thing that was hurtful about it is because I didn't really know how to react to it. I didn't really know how to respond to it or whatever. So something you just let go under the rug or whatever. But even in that situation right there, it did nothing but build up. It built up and built up and built up to I end up losing out, you know. I end up losing out on my job. I end up losing out on my benefits. I end up losing out on my money or whatever because like I said, and let me tell you something. Sometimes stereotype plays a lot into situations. Sometimes, a lot of times, stereotype plays a lot into situations. That's just like, for an example, that's just like the situation they got to do with that one Caucasian lady, that one white lady. Something had to do with her children or something, and she put all of the she wanted to point the finger at a black guy or whatever. When I think they had some type of funeral service for her children, she was chewing bubble gum, laughing, having a good time, spraying, shooting confetti, spraying some type of something at her children's funeral because her children died. And I'm not gonna say come to find out she did it. I don't think they never really knew what. I don't think they never really had facts that she did. She ended up killing her own children. But the thing is that she pointed at the stereotype. And what she did is that she pointed at a black guy, you know? She pointed at a black guy and she said, this black guy did this to her children. This black guy ended up killing her children or whatever, whatever. But then when an investigation and everything was done for, a lot of it pointed at her, you know. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff plays into stereotypes. That's just like when a girl took my phone. I couldn't do nothing about that because, first of all, I'm in Georgia. I'm not born and raised in Georgia. And if I wanted to do something, I couldn't do nothing about it anyway because Georgia folks, they stick together. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. I don't give a damn what nobody. I've been living in Georgia for damn near 35 or 39, 40, 35 years. I've been living in Georgia for 30 something years by now. And people that's born and raised in Georgia, like 95% of them, no, 90% of them, most of them, they stick together. They say, oh yeah, I'm born and raised in Grady. Talked about the whole history in Georgia and everything together. While a person is not from Georgia, they can't really communicate with that stuff because they not really. I'm not born and raised. I'm here now, but I'm not born and raised in Georgia. But at the same time, uh, I already knew that if I would have back slapped the shit out of Uniqua and Tijuana, did something, I would have been in the wrong because first of all, I'm black. Not even that. I'm black as hell. Ain't that what people like to call it? Black as hell. Look at me. I'm not no tan color by far. I'm not no fucking light color by far. You already, man, we all know the stereotypes, you know. So I would not have turned out good in that situation. Even if I would have did the right thing, I wouldn't have been satisfied with it. So ain't no telling what she looked at in my phone. I had naked pictures and everything in my phone. She probably looked at my bank account, probably looked at my history. Ain't no telling what I was scrolling, looking up that week and a year before and a year before. Oh my God, I seen him just a scrolling through and just a scrolling through. But at the same time, I can't. I said, when I'm vacuuming, I said just a scrolling. I can say I can't do nothing about that. You understand? So like I said, when she did finally decide to give me my phone back out, like I said, I couldn't do nothing about it because of black, black as hell. Now I'm not from Georgia, so I wouldn't have turned out good anyway. So and like I said, Tijuana, she had every opportunity to say, hey man, get a man his phone back. And she didn't do it. Even when I said something to her about it, oh my God, even when I said something to her about it at that time, even when I said something to her about it at that time, yeah, I said something to her about it at the time. And oh my gosh, she pulled her pants up, going in on me. She didn't own up to that shit probably about like a whole month later and say, oh yeah, not true. I'm sorry she did that. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry that this and man, bitch, I don't want to hear that shit now. I don't want to hear that shit now. Why would you think I want to hear that shit now? You have the whole opportunity to say something. Why would you think I want to hear all this? Oh my God, you should have seen her face. She had the long face. Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. So I want to put it out there. You know, if any one of you guys out there see anybody get bullied, you know, and you're not a part of it, and you folks know when somebody's getting bullied, just do something about it. You know, Mm, if you have to go to management, if you don't want to be a part of it, if you have to go to management and be, what is it called, discreet, if you have to go to management and be discreet about it, then go to management and be discreet about it or whatever. But please do something. Don't say to the person that been bullied, you know, the next day, hey man, how's everything doing? Hey man, is everything okay? No, the fuck, everything's not okay. No, the fuck, I'm not doing okay because you just watch me get beat up. You watch me get beat up by this person when you heard me tell this person to leave me alone. Leave me. And then not only that, we was already working. We already doing what we supposed to be doing. Then this person came, just please try to say something. Even if you gotta call the police. Let me tell you something. You don't want your children getting beat up by no bully. You don't want your children getting bullied. You don't want your relatives getting bullied. If you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You would act different if it happened to your relatives, but if it happened to somebody you don't know, you just gonna sit there and just damn watch it. That's terrible. That's nasty and that's tacky and that's trashy behavior. That's worse than a person that's doing a bullying to me. To me, that's my opinion, and I'm not gonna change it. That's my opinion, and I'm not going to change it. Which takes me back to when my grandmother said she came in the classroom and she told the whole class, if you seeing somebody getting bullied, every single one of y'all need to jump on that bully. She said, it's 20 of y'all, it's 25 of y'all folk, children in here. Ain't no way that one bully could take all of y'all. If you see somebody getting bullied out there, and that goes for anybody, please. That goes for anybody, please. If you see somebody getting bullied, just please try to do something. That's all. That's all I want to say, man. That's all I want to say. Like I said, this here is the Down Station. This here is the Down Trail channel. That is DONTREL, ladies and gentlemen. That is DONTREL. Like I said, that is one L, by the way. So yeah, man. That's it. So I'm gonna see how this thing upload, man. I have to start YouTube. Like I said, I never really was a YouTuber from the beginning. What only thing I did is just pick up the phone and just start recording. So I don't know how. I still don't know how to edit. Oh my god, man! So much stuff has done happened. So much has happened. So now I have more time on my hands to sit and dwell and think, like I said, man, and like I said, I'm not perfect either. I'm not perfect either. I probably have done some wrong or whatever, but I don't go around bullying nobody, or at least I didn't think I have, you know, and and people need to communicate. People need to be clear in their communication about what it is that they want. Because let me tell you something, I'm not a mind reader. I'm not no mind reader, and nobody else is a mind reader. Maybe other people do have psychic abilities or whatever, but my psychic ability tells me, you know, that that just try to please do the best that you can, and just stop a bullier from bullying other people. And then sometimes you don't have to know the backstory. You don't have to know the backstory of a situation because I personally feel like, and let me tell you something, I personally feel like you can look at a situation and kind of know or kind of feel or whatever. Because first of all, like I said, this person, oh, he's way bigger than me. He's way bigger than me, And when somebody, hovering over you, I'm not saying he was hovering over me, but at the same time, I kind of felt that a little bit because, like I said, I didn't tell you guys the whole story. It was some things that happened prior to that. But at the same time, man, if you hear somebody say, leave me alone, just try to step in and say, hey, man, didn't he say leave him alone? Well, then you probably should do that. Didn't he say stop talking to me? Then you probably should do that. That's clear. That's clear. And let me tell you something. If a person being bullied, or if you feel like you're being bullied, be clear in your message. Say those things. Say, leave me alone. Say, stop talking to me. Say, I don't want to fuck with you. Say, I don't want to have no communication with you. Be clear in your message. Because if you're not clear in your message, you don't want to send mixed signals. Or you don't want to you don't want to cloud a person's vision. You don't want to say leave me alone and then 10 minutes later then say, hey, yeah, man, everything's alright, everything's okay. Bitch, you just told me to leave you alone. You understand what I'm saying? So please be clear. And let me tell you something. If you don't want to talk to somebody, say, hey, I don't want to talk to you. Say, hey, listen, you think a little bit different than me. So therefore, we probably don't need to communicate, or I don't want to communicate with you. Don't say I don't want to communicate with you and then a day later or 2 days later, hey, good morning. It's everything. Let's go back to the casual damn conversation. And let me tell you this. Especially to a lot of young people, because a lot of young people are and let me tell you something. One thing that I've noticed is that a lot of the younger people, they already feel like they 35, 40 something years, and half of the people that's that age, they still act immature. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. So yeah, man, that's it. This here is, sorry about that. This here is the Dontrell station, the Dontrell channel. That's DONTREL, ladies and gentlemen. Please subscribe. That is DONTREL. That is one L, one. Bye. See you later.